Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's AZ. It's been a couple days since we made our last video in the series, but we're definitely back, and we're back with a fucking banger. Alright, so I was able to make $2,200 across both of my accounts on Apex today, trading the ATM and my LeBron model. We're going to be breaking that down shortly, but first I just want to show you guys what's kind of going on here. We're about halfway through our Apex accounts in terms of our goal. Right now we're shooting for $10,000 for the month, and we're at 4,800 from both of our accounts. So huge progress over the last couple of days. And I just kind of want to talk about what I've been doing like psychologically to prepare myself to basically do something that I've never been able to do before. You know what I mean? Trading consistently, especially for trading, on a live account with multiple accounts throughout the month, has been something that I haven't been able to crack because there's just so many psychological gaps that I was dealing with. But I feel like I've slowly started to iron those problems out through just constant effort and attention, that it's really starting to pay me back now, and I'm expecting to see more from myself in the next couple of weeks. So today we're going to be talking about the trade. I took the ATM and the LeBron model. If you guys aren't familiar with the ATM model, it is a 15 and 5 minute based model that we're kind of going to be debriefing today on how I'm able to use 15 and 5 minute structure to really show where the market is going to go in a precision standpoint. Overnight, during the London session, ES took out this high on the NQ, and then in return, during the morning at 8 o'clock, NQ took out the London high, right? So we have a market maker sell model already ready to play out in the morning. All we have to do is highlight what's going on. So the first step to doing that, at least for someone who wants to trade the ATM model, is finding the candle that actually purged the liquidity, which would be the 8 o'clock candle right here. And since this closed bullish, this is a valid high, therefore we could use it as a change in state of delivery candle. So that's what we have here, CISD. And then we're going to zoom into the 5 minute. Now, the entry model for the 5 minute now would be, all you need to see is a candle close below that 15 minute CISD, which would be the 8:15 candle. And then if we touch this, you should fill in short. So stop over that CISD high, which in this case today would be about 45 points, right? You can use standard deviation to kind of target it out. Luckily for us, we've been trading in a range, so it's a lot easier to predict where the market is going to go because we only have so many highs and lows within the range that we're operating in. Because we know we have a market maker sell model, we need to go for the ERL, or the external range low. So with that being said, if you're a 5 minute trader or a 15 minute trader, super bread and butter, it takes about 10 minutes to kind of get out of this area, and then we're already ready to take a trade. And I just want to talk about what I was doing in this, because I used the 15 and 5 minute concept right here to apply it on the 1 minute chart to find a precision entry. So there's always a method to the madness here, right? We're not just going to plug in a model and think that it's going to work. Nope. It's best to pair these things with higher time frame context. And with me trading primarily of the first hour of the day, the 15 and the 5 minute, it's just very imperative that you understand and know how those PD arrays react on this time frame, as well as how to do it on the 1 minute. I feel like the 1 minute is the hardest. So, with that being said, with less structure, you actually know more, right? So, yeah. Anyway. All right, so this is what our chart looks like on the NQ for the morning. This is the 1 minute chart. I want to show you this, and I also want to show you the ES chart. So we've got a pretty crazy divergence going on here, and honestly, when I saw this in the morning, I just got so giddy because I knew that whatever I was doing today, I was going to make some money. It was just one of those days that, like, you lab so much every single day and practice your model that you're going to get to a point where you wake up and your model is going to form in a certain area. And all you need to do is plug in your entry and read the price action. So as you can see, we have a beautiful SMT here. NQ was respecting this inverse fair value gap after taking out London session high. And then we also created a first presented fair value gap. So I actually got most of my read not on the NQ today. It was actually on the ES. So we're going to pay attention to this model a little bit more because this is my bread and butter LeBron entry. So ATM is playing out on NQ, right? And it's also making the lower high. So the highest quality short would either be the NQ or the ES today, depending on how you like to trade. But for me, I'm all about confirmations. So we took out this high, we had a soup plus a fair value gap. First presented fair value gap, we're going to wait until this closes below this buying fair value gap. Ideally, if you were looking to see higher prices here, you would want price to dip into this zone and then slowly start to expand or aggressively expand out of it to indicate that the prices in the market want to move higher. But we get the opposite of that. We actually close below it, come back and reject it. So in about one of these two candles over here, I actually filled my entry, and I was kind of looking at how the NQ was doing its thing at the same time, and I was able to actually snag a position with 5 micros on the account to take this all the way down to the 830 low. Now, ideally, you want to take this to the extended range low, which we did on ES today. But my goal for the live account is not to make an absurd amount of money super quick or XYZ. I'm really looking for what the model suggests that it's going to give. In this case, I know for a guarantee on the NQ that it was going to take 830. And as you can see, I'm only in this trade for a couple minutes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 9 minutes I'm in this trade right now, and I'm already making all this money that you guys are seeing on the title of the video, right? I could be the type of trader to hold through all of this, but am I there yet? No. I've been struggling to make money consistent, so I have to stick with what is consistent. And what is consistent is what my model tells me that it's going to deliver to. And until I can consistently do that, I think it would be inconsistent to start looking for more when slow is fast and less is more, right? If I can prove to my conscience and my mental that I can continue to do this model day in and day out, there will be room for growth in place of where anxiety would be because I'm doing something that's outside of my parameters. And that's just something that I've been kind of telling myself, like, you don't really need to come to the market. You really just need to let the market come to you in a lot of the scenarios, right? I instantly wanted to take a short today off of this fair value gap where my cursor is and stopped myself because those are the very things like last week where I was talking to you guys in my video that would get me in trouble, that would make me lose $200 before my winner. Nope, today I really just stayed patient, knew that we would probably draw into the CISD or take out the high, and I just wanted to see my model play out. And if it didn't play out, I wasn't concerned with missing this. And it also didn't help that I just had a huge read here, right? So there was nothing in my brain that was telling me that we weren't going to short. It was just going to be a matter of time. So let the market tell you when it's ready. And it sure did today. Like, we were doing all this stuff on the NQ today, and then you zoom over to the ES, and we're just respecting these values so well, like closing below first presented and body's not closing out and rejecting. This is a easy short 100% of the time. And as you can see, in about 15 minutes, 30 minutes, we're already delivering 40 points, which is big money in the future, right? I definitely believe that I'll get to the point where I'll be able to do this full time as a trader. So I just got to keep on doing what I'm doing, chopping wood, carrying water, and just to keep on grinding and doing the right things every single day. I've been pretty consistent with my routine in terms of like waking up, doing some type of physical activity, and then reading or meditating or all of the above, and then praying, and then getting on and just doing what I need to do during that day and making sure that I get off at my reasonable time. So with that being said, there's not much more to talk about. I did take a trade yesterday as well. It wasn't a big winner, but it was $300. So I'm not even expecting to make big trades a normal thing for me. If anything, like, I'm grateful that I took this trade, but I'm not looking to ask that of myself every single day, right? Being a base hit player makes you a better player, in my opinion. When you're shooting for home runs all the time, eventually you're going to strike out. And when you're swing hard, you're going to miss hard. And I don't like missing hard right now. I think missing small is been the best idea for me because I operate most comfortably in that situation, right? So Tuesday I was able to make a $300 winner, right? Still counted as a winning day, still built some buffer, and it was actually the buffer that I used to put some risk on this morning. So it's crazy how that stuff correlates. And then we're just looking to repeat that. You know, it's only Wednesday, so we got 2 more days of trading. Tomorrow we got some news in the morning. And then Friday is TGIF Friday, so anything's up for grab on a good Friday. So with that being said, I'll see you guys later. I appreciate your time and watching the video. If you're new, please leave a like, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the concepts. Join the Discord. It's free. We do this. We really do this. We really do this. Okay. But all right, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.